friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to another video and welcome to my March TBR Bingo video. I'm very excited per usual to be filming this video for you guys. It's one of the videos that I look forward to every single month and this month is no exception. But if you haven't seen one of my TBR Bingo videos, I will leave a playlist down in the description box below for my very first one that I did back in January. It is basically a smaller iteration of my original TBR Bingo game that I cannot do in this house. But what I do is I take a bunch of books, put them in an online generated bingo board, and I use that bingo board to pick books off of my TBR. So what I'm going to be doing is taking my 12 priority books from TBR Tarot, as well as some other books that I pulled to fill out the bingo board, and whatever bingo that I get throughout the game is what I will use to prioritize my reads for the month of March. And I promise this time I will be doing a vlog. I promised you that 2 times before, but the last couple months have been very busy in regards to trying to get content made around my other life stuff. So this month, I promise I will get you a TBR Bingo vlog. I will do my very best, but I'm really trying to prioritize it this month to make sure that I get one done for you. A quick recap on last month before we get into everything else. I did read all of the books for my TBR Bingo from last month. I don't remember which ones they were, but I went to go film a vlog for that and I had realized like, oh, I already read all of them because I was really trying to get my bingo board for Rom-Com Spoonathon filled out, and by the time I got around to wanting to film the vlog, I'm like, oh, I read them already. So I don't remember what they were, but I did read all of them. And then one final housekeeping thing. I got a comment in my last TBR Bingo video that if I got a double bingo with like a horizontal and like a, you know, upward trajectory bingo, that I would have to do all of them. So if that happens, I will do my very best to read all of the books that are in the double bingo. Let's hope and cross our fingers that doesn't happen, but if it does happen, I have stated the rules here and I shall move forward accordingly. That being said, let's finally jump into the actual bingo game. Okay friends, let's go ahead and jump into the bingo board for this month. I am nervous, but I am also very excited, so let's go ahead and play the game. But first, let's go ahead and click on the free space because I always forget to click it at the beginning. So the free space, the first one that we have is Warrior Fae by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. This is the last and final book in this series that I have had on my open series list for so long. So if I can get this one read, that would be fantastic. Second book is Signs of Seduction. This is a very short novella that I pulled for my Stuff Your Kindle Day pick for this month, so we shall see about that one. Always Mine by Laura Pavlov, the first book in the Honey Mountain series. I have been excited to give this one a go for a while. This is one of Karina's faves, so I'm excited to see what I think. Up next, we have Malice by John Gwynne. This is a book that I am very nervous for, but we are buddy reading it as a group, Karina, Dana, Nikki, and I, so I'm curious to see what I'm going to think, and any extra motivation on this one is greatly appreciated, actually. Then we have Mixed Signals by B.K. Borson, the last and final published book in this series, so again, I would love to catch up. Then we have Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. I pulled this for my subscription box spinner wheel for this month, so if I can get to it, that would be great because I'm a little nervous for it and I could use the extra motivation. Then we have Fabric of Our Souls by, I can't remember the name of the author of this one. I'm going to mess it up, so I'm not going to say it, but this is a book that I have to read with my eyeballs, so again, any extra motivation I will gladly take. Then we have Love Unexpected by, why can't I think of her name? QB Tyler. This is a book that I'm reading for a vlog and I am very nervous for it. So let's cross my fingers that I like that one. Then we have Stone Princess by Daphne Perry, the third book in a series that I haven't read the second book for. So yeah, we'll get there eventually. Accord and Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I am rereading the entire Maasverse this year, so I need to get around to that one. I haven't finished ACOTAR yet, but hey, we'll get there. Then we have Rock Bottom Girl by Lucy Score. This is the book club pick for the month of March for the Swing Readers, so if I could do like a cute little vlog with this one, I would be so happy. Then we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Where is she? There she is. This is Ali Hazelwood's most recent release, and I'm literally so excited for it. I hope that I love it as much as everything else that I've read from this author, but I've heard some mixed reviews at this point. Then we have Shutout by Avery Keelan. This is the second book in the Rules of the Game series, and I've been wanting to move on with the series for a while. It's not one that I necessarily need to read this month, but I will not be upset if I get it. Then we have Keeper by Amy Dawes. This is the last book that I need to read in the Harris Brothers series to finally complete up the series, and I would be just so excited if I can get to this one. And we're getting super close to some bingos. I'm hoping I don't miss it. I'm always nervous that I'm gonna miss the bingo. Then we have Losers Part 2 by Harley LaRoe. This is the last book in this series as well. So if I can get to that one, that would be great, but it is a chunky book. So not necessarily one that I need to get on my TBR since it's already kind of massive this month. Then we have Cress by Marissa Meyer, and that is our bingo. That is the third book in the Lunar Chronicle series. I haven't read book 2 yet, but that's okay. That's okay. It just means this vlog is probably going to be towards the latter half of the month. Okay, so for our bingo, for the third month in a row, we got a bingo with the free space, which means we only have to prioritize 4 books this month and not 5, which I am not complaining because there are a couple books that are chunky and I'm gonna, need some time to get through them. And in the 20 minutes that it's taking me to film this video, it has started raining. So we now have some ambiance. So if you hear that in the background, I apologize. But the one book that I have to show you, and then I'll talk about the rest, is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. This is her adult debut, so it is one that I am definitely more excited about than I originally was because I have read Chloe Gong's YA books and I haven't loved them. So I'm curious to see what I'm going to think of her adult debut. However, I've heard very mixed reviews on this one, but it's one that I've been excited for. The cover is stunning. The special edition is gorgeous. So I'm hoping that I love this and I can keep it on my shelves. If not, that just means that's one more book I don't have to worry about being on my TBR shelf. Then we have Warrior Fae by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. Like I said, it's the last and final book in the Ruthless Boys of Zodiac series. I have been reading this series for a long while, and the only reason why it's been on my list for so long is at the time that I was reading it, the last and final audiobook was not yet released. And I have been reading these books on audio. They are very, very long, so I definitely needed the audio in order to get through it, and it's finally out. It's been out for a while now. I just haven't had a chance to read it, and this is definitely one that I'm excited to get to. It is pouring. It went from not raining at all to absolutely dumping buckets outside. Then, of course, like we talked about, I have Cress by Marissa Meyer, the third book in the Lunar Chronicle series. I did reread book 1 in January, and I loved it. I have not gotten around to Scarlet. It is actually, from what I can remember, my least full-length novel in the series, but I'm excited to see what I think of book 2. But I absolutely loved Cress when I read it the first time, so I'm excited to get back to this one. Like I said, it will take me a little while to get to Cress, just because I do have to read Scarlet in order to get there, but I am excited to pick it back up again. Hopefully, I love it just as much the second time as I did the first, and I can get, back caught up with the series and hopefully finish it out with the graphic novels and the short stories so I can finally take this one off of my list. And last but definitely not least, this is definitely going to be an interesting one to vlog because this is Signs of Seduction. I can't remember the author of this one, but this is a 40 or 50 page novella that I had picked up one day on Stuff Your Kindle Day. It's literally so short and it has one of the lowest ratings I've seen for a novella in a long time, so I'm definitely curious to see what I'm going to think of this one. It is one that I'm going to have to read with my eyeballs, so it'll be curious for me to share my thoughts on this one because I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I know that it's sapphic, I know that it's short, I know that it's sexy. Other than that, I don't know anything else about it, and I'm hoping that I like it. So the stack looks short, but it is in fact quite large because Warrior Fae, I believe, is over 600 pages and Cress is also over 500 pages. So it's going to be a hefty vlog, to say the least. At least I got one little short one in there. All right, I'm excited to share my thoughts on these books with you. Hopefully I will get that vlog out for you guys. Stay tuned for that coming up hopefully soon. Let me know if you read any of the books that I mentioned in today's video and what you thought of them. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Also, feel free to share with me what your priority reads are for the month of March and which ones are like the top of your priority list, your top of your TBR that you just cannot wait to read. I would love to hear that all down below. If you made it to the end and you don't know anything else to comment, leave a sword emoji for Immortal Longing since the main character has, I believe, a samurai sword in her hand. I don't know, but leave a sword on the screen if you made it to the end and you don't know anything else to comment. I love you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and of course leave any comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Baby, turn it down like it's sweet and ready. Go slow, keep it nice and steady.